Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Heimerdinger and we're going to try and take on the Fiddlesticks adventure because I want to do something fun, play Heimerdinger, and I actually want the opponents to put up a fight, so we're taking the hardest adventure in the game. Well, currently the hardest adventure in the game. At one point, it was the Aurelion Sol from the Legends of Arcane, but that's no longer the case because they removed it. Enfeebling Strike, Explosive Finale, Vanguard Lookout. None of these seem appealing, so let's reroll. Dragon's Rage, the best defense, Battlefield Training. Still not good enough. Spellburn, Endurance, New Student. We do a lot of spell casting, so sure, let's take the Spellburn. It will probably end up being useful. I'm thinking that this adventure will actually be a bit rougher than normal for us because of the fact that the opponent, Fiddlesticks namely, will mill us for 1 every time we do hit or we do generate a card, so there might actually be a little bit of an issue by creating too much value with Heimerdinger, but that's a problem for later. For now, I think everything is going to be fine. Just do this, generate a turret, we'll go ahead and remove a unit from the opponent, and in the process we'll go ahead and buff up my units further. Swap there, and I can block the fearsome one, unfortunately. Heimerdinger is close to death, but it should be fine, or at least I hope it's fine. We are summoning a lot of turrets here, so I figure things are going to be fine. You can actually even drop down the Conchologist. Ooh, Time Trick's a good card to get. Let's take the Obliterator, because we can play it next turn. And our entire board is elusive. I killed the opponent here, right? Actually, no. We don't. What if I do this? Is that actually enough to kill the opponent? No, because I keep getting health upgrades somehow. Unluckiness, mostly. Let's see if this is enough. Yep, exact lethal. Luckily for me, the opponent didn't have any form of removal. Otherwise, I would have been a little bit off, and I would have had to wait for another turn to kill him. I have the Watcher on the Watch of Tomorrow, while Mysticism at 3 mana, Warlord Sword with Equinox Crystal. Not sure, Wild Mysticism at 3 mana. Ideally, we would get something that puts the cost at 6, but we can't do it, so that's the closest I'll get to a nice breakpoint for the spell's cost. All of these seem pretty terrible. Let's reroll once. Just see if I can get something better. Ilavoid, nah. The list is interesting. Teemo is not the worst thing in the world actually, just because it's elusive and it rallies. I'm going to take Teemo not because it's any better than the other buckets, or the cards in it are any better than the other buckets, but just because the elusive cheap unit is nice to have. Also it's attack because of our upgrades, so it will benefit from our power. Unfortunately we don't get Heimerdinger, but fortunately it doesn't seem like it matters. Really now? Well then, I was kind of hoping that I would get a better spell, but it just wasn't meant to be. Let's attack like so. I can pull that there. And we deal half of the opponent's health in damage. I can go Expliterator next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Make sure that unit's dead. Oh, all of my units are elusive now. So the opponent really is dead. Just like that. That was very quick. Let's see if we can replicate that game against Fiddlesticks. It might be a bit harder though. Fiddlesticks has a lot of health. Oh. Karma is very tempting. Unfortunately, I don't think an extra champion is any good. Also, she doesn't have tech for some reason. I thought all the champions I got would have tech because of our power. Not our power, but the upgrade I bought. Whatever, let's reroll. Tri-beam, improbabulator. We don't really have a lot of 3-cost cards. So no. Let's roll yet again. Friendship, Following Gale, Mage Seeker, Conservator. Sure, Friendship might work to save one of my units if necessary. Flexible game plan. We mill by a lot, but at the same time we also do benefit from it. I'm not going to buy anything else though. Let's move along. The extra cards in hand are cards that the Fiddlesticks can't mill, even if he does end up milling too. Let's toss that back. I'll keep the Teemo and the Branch Bot and the Wild Mysticism. Maybe I'll be able to go for the Heimerdinger into something else. No, apparently I can only get Teemos. There he is. There's our man. What's the breakpoint? Grant players units -1, -0, then kill all the players units with 0 power. Well then, let's work to remove the curse from the unit that's the lowest in terms of power. And then I'll just go ahead and do that. Not going to trade all the other ones though. Ooh, we do end up overdrawing, unfortunately.
An organic explosive device.
But it's nice that the curses do work to make it so we actually get rid of the curses.
Spoil the surprise? Oh dear.
Do I want to rally? Sure. I have one extra Teemo, so might as well use the Teemo to rally.
Also decided equals rapid projectile firing.
And now we get to pull off an insane attack against the opponent, because he went ahead and decided that he wanted to be aggressive without necessity. We're making very good time. Let's hope this upcoming shop has a good power. Flame Spitter, Summoner, Stone, Red Harvester, nah. Get excited, sure. Uncertain timelines, castigate, giant bound each round, copy the first footing unit or spell you play. It works with our turrets. That's neat. And Jump Wump. It generates more cards to our hand, so no, I think I'll skip that. Let's leave. Do I even want to cut a card? Maybe the dog, the Puff Cap Pup. Yeah. And perhaps the Poison Dart. Nah, we can't afford to cut any more cards from my deck. I just cut the dog because it didn't really accomplish anything. It wasn't attack. It worked to level up the Teemo, but that's about it. Okay, that's a lot of board presence for the first turn, opponent. Can you not? And yet again my attack units are formidable.
Smooth as silk.
The opponent just hit the nuts, it seems.
Prepare for anything.
Well, let's Flash of Brilliance into Epic Scrap Traption. Into attack with everything. I'll try to go ahead and get rid of the Elise, because I feel like Elise is going to be a problem if I leave it alive. Wait, do I just have an infinite MK0 wind-up Shredder? Because it has this Deathless yet again. Do all of my turrets are, or do all of my tech allies end up becoming infinite because of that? Let's just see. Yep, I get the Teemo. Oh, that's a lot better than I thought.
I did my best.
Just get to attack yet again. Oof, this is huge for us. Turns out the opponent wasn't the only one to high roll. I also high rolled a little bit. Let's pass the turn, see what the opponent does. I'm pretty sure by this point the game's over. I might have lost a little bit of health, but the opponent can't come back from the fact that my units are infinite. He just can't remove them.
Everything use an upgrade!
Go ahead, opponent, block this. He did it. He actually managed to block. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough. Because no matter how he attacks next turn, I always end up surviving. I'm pretty sure that nothing the opponent has in his deck can save him now. Yep. The game is just over. Never mind, the opponent is surviving because his units, or he has enough units to jump block from all of my units. Eventually that's going to end, you know. Eventually he will have to go ahead and give in to something.
Planting your mushrooms right.
Ooh, -1 attack on all of my units. How scary. Let's see the opponent block yet again. TikTok opponent, you're running out of units to jump block with. Sure, my units are left formidable, so they're the ones that are going through are only the Timo and another one that doesn't really do a lot of damage. But I'm slowly and surely getting there. The opponent's just passing every turn now. No way he can afford, or he can afford to attack. Oh, right. He got lucky and hit an elusive. Can you just, like, die already, opponent? I'm getting annoyed. I'm just going to attack with everything. There's no way he's able to survive this attack. He has to let Timo go through. And Timo alone is enough to win. Nice. That was very lucky on my end. That combination of powers. The infinite deathless. I'm not even sure if it was meant to work like that. Because as far as I know, even if something has the aura that it has deathless, it's supposed to just die once it dies the first time. Why would I ever turn down the get jinxed? Now I just have to go ahead and buy damage and burn spells. When the foe plays a unit with a speller or slays a unit with a speller skill, they deal 5 to the player's nexus. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances against the survive the night. I feel like I can do better by flooding the board with units than surviving a whole bunch of burn because I have units on board. Please give me Heimerdinger. There we go. Now I can capture one of those frightening units. Oh right, the opponent's nexus doesn't take damage, so no, I don't get to capture anything. Never mind. That's way too many units for my taste. I need to block that there. And I suppose I'll block that there. but the fact that I have to end up taking the 20 damage doesn't bode well for me. At the very least I'll be able to go Heimerdinger the next turn and follow it up with an aftershock. Let's just capture the largest unit. And then I'll go ahead and get rid of one of the opponent's units there. Summon a unit for me, summon a apex turret. Block there, block there, block there, block there. I just have to survive the night. And the opponent is basically out of cards, so I'd say I've done it. From this point onward, I'm pretty sure I don't lose. Alright. Undyings. Those are still problems. They're problems I can manage. So sure. Now the Soul Gorger, that's a real problem. Maybe I 8 and then or 6 is 12, so that thing dies and he doesn't get to heal himself, fortunately. And now I'm also buffing up my units yet again. Let's drop down more turrets. And my board is full, but it's pointless to attack because the opponent doesn't take damage normally. Now I just need to survive this turn and I'm fine. Yep. That's not good enough. Still not good enough. I can block all your units, opponent. What else do you have? If you have nothing, then I just win. I'm just going to drop down the MK Evolution turret for the safety reasons. I want to have a board for the following turn, just in case he had something, but he didn't. We won't get a rare shop, but hopefully the common shop is fine as well. Ooh, Flash of Brilliance with Summoner Stone. Definitely want that one. Static Shock. MK Stormlauber. Spirits Unleashed. Beagle Dust Stash. Basically the upgraded version of my Beagle Dust Sprinkle. Sure. Now all of my created units are massive. Ooh, another shop. Do I want to spend money on the Spirits Unleashed? Not sure. I'm going to splurge. Just because the more cards I have, the better it is for me, because it's a bigger deck that the opponent has to go through in terms of burn. Let's toss those back. And the range spot as well, sure. I have Heimerdinger. That's a neat end. I'm going to go for Heimer, capture whatever he plays, or the Overgrown Snapvine. The following turn I'll go for some other units. I want to kill that there. Yeah. I think that's fine.
These eyes were burned out long ago.
Okay, that's unlucky. The opponent hit a unit immediately. And he's going for the attack right away. Not something I wanted, but I think I can manage. Let's do that first. Irelia. That's cool. I'm not going to benefit from her, but that was a nice high roll there. Heimerdinger levels up. My units now have vulnerable, because apparently that's a positive keyword, according to the developers. And I'm going to wait for the following turn before I cast spells yet again. Honestly, since the opponent, or since I can double up on the turret summons, I might just go for the Teemo.
Wait, what?
And then if I want to attack with Heimerdinger, let's keep the Heimerdinger safe. Really? Oh right, the opponent couldn't block all of the other units. That there definitely wasn't the opponent's fault. I was about to comment on the fact that the opponent just let himself get killed, but no, he just couldn't block. Unlucky for him. Ooh, heavy hands on Heimerdinger. Definitely not passing that up. And for our last shop, Riferian Might. And no good pickups on the shop front. Lucky me. Now my units strike if they have 5 or more attack. Dawn and Dusk. By toss. Yeah, let's take the Dawn and Dusk. How many cards do I have in deck? 37. Do I want to go down to 35? No, I don't think I can afford it. We generate too many cards into our hand. I don't want to die because of over or burning from the opponents. Let's toss all of these. I'll keep the Gattaca sighted. It's a good form of removal. We even get an Obliterator. The opponent starts with 2 units on board, because that's fair. And we don't hit Heimerdinger, instead we hit Teemo. There's the Heimerdinger. Please don't remove Heimerdinger right away. He removes Heimerdinger right away. Well, I had to go through the vengeances one way or another. Let's do that. Remove the elusive. Ooh, it struck right away, nice. Block there, block there. Honestly, I'm tempted to just play the Teemo. Yeah, I'll play the Teemo right away. And I'll drop down the Conchologist as well. Early bird, the opponent discards their highest cost card. Yeah, sure. Let's force the opponent to lose out on the Crowstorm. Unfortunately, I think that's all of my Heimerdinger's gone. Never mind, I still had one last Heimerdinger. Now the real question is, does the opponent have removal for said Heimerdinger? I hope not. But I'm going to try and test for it by doing this. Let's burn the Fiddlesticks. Well, the opponent is basically out of cards, so hopefully everything's fine. Also, I forgot about the fact that my good old Obliterator has a way to go infinite. Let's do that. Get rid of that thing. No, actually that doesn't get rid of that thing. Instead can get rid of that thing. And we can summon the Heimerdinger. And I think that's all of the forms removal the opponent has. Right, I forgot. That thing, those things have Challenger and my Heimerdinger isn't large enough to survive. So I'm just screwed, right? Can go for the control and just stand up for the best. Epic Scrap Eruption. Try to get something, anything. Let's attack. Hope for the best. The opponent lets it go through. And he's getting rid of my unit yet again. I have 10 cards in deck. I'm pretty sure I still have Teemos in, but no more Heimerdingers. Treasure Trash. It's going to be a desperation thing when I do play it. Ally strikes an enemy. If it's multi-region strike, it strikes it again. Well, my unit's not multi-region, but it's the only way I have to remove a unit from the opponent, so... Soraka. Didn't even realize I ended up getting a Soraka at some point. Maybe I could have tried to level her up, but it seemed pointless. There goes another one of my cards, and that's a Fiddlesticks. The opponent still has a Fiddlesticks to go through. Oh, there goes my entire deck. Yeah. As it turns out, losing to Heimerdingers was not the play. Fortunately, I can still try again because of the revive. I just need to risk the Heimerdingers less. Maybe not go for it on the first turn. But if I don't go for Heimerdinger on the first turn, then what am I doing? Wild Mysticism for ramp. Well, that's a very nice amount of upgrades for my units. Do I want to try and bait out removal from the opponent? Let's do this first. See what the opponent does. Okay, he's using Rip. So sure, if he's fine with wasting that one sort of removal, then he can go ahead and be my guest. And I suppose I'll go ahead and Heimerdinger on Shologist might actually be better, just because I want a way to get rid of that unit. Try to minimize how much the opponent burns cards from my deck. Oh, how many cards the opponent burns from my deck, I mean. Okay. I played the range bot. And I shouldn't have done that. Yep. Definitely shouldn't have done that. I now have to take 27 damage. Well, let's drop down the Teemo. Let's go for a wild mysticism because I want ramp. At least the Feral Mystic killed something on summon. I have no more Heimerdingers. Attacking like so allows me to remove one of the opponent's units. I forgot about Hallowed. That's two of my units gone, or two of my units gone, and two of the opponent's vengeance is gone. Which means, in theory, it's safe to summon Heimerdinger. Let's try to go for the Flash of Brilliance. I'm getting a ton of cards in my hand here. So I'll probably end up being burned by a lot. It's not ideal. Oh, and somehow the amount of cards I get in hand keeps getting more larger, bigger and bigger, I mean. But at least the opponent doesn't seem to have that many cards left in hand. I think I'm fine. But if he burns a lot of cards and procs a lot of nightmares, I'm bound to just lose. Because my board won't be large enough to keep up. You can ally it to attack alongside the blades, then blade dance 1. Not good. I think he has another Fiddlesticks in hand. Let's blade dance, shall we? At least this way I get another turret in hand. Also, I force the opponent to trade like so. Let's block that there, take the 7. Hungry Hellcat gets plus 3 attack, so it actually kills something here. And then the turrets get rid of the other 2 units. So now I can attack next turn for free and hopefully kill the opponent and end the game. Actually, the opponent hits yet another way to block my units, but it's fine. I think this is lethal. Yep. We hit lethal. It was hard and rough, and we barely didn't make it because the opponent put us at a very low health total and almost burned our entire deck. But at the end of the day, we pulled through, and that's all that matters. I didn't even win anything other than XP for Heimerdinger there. It was still fun though. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Goodbye.